How you guys doing? This is important. Somebody is saying something. Somebody tried to communicate something about girls in Hollywood. Yeah, a lot of you girls in Hollywood, some of you wouldn't have been such great athletes or, female athletes or female actresses. Some of you wouldn't have been as great or as, athletic as you are now in reference to some of the years from when I was little in Hollywood when the girls was chasing after me. We used to play, running around in the studios and running around Hollywood and Beverly Hills and Bel Air when I was growing up. And when they were growing up, too. Some of you girls wouldn't be in, that athletic ability that you got, or such dancers, some of you, except when you were running after me. So, you girls that was chasing after me, running after me in Hollywood, you got to understand, some of you became better athletes that way. You guys know that? You girls know that, right? And somebody communicated something about Drew Barrymore a little while ago, saying that she's a pretty good athlete or something. And some of the other girls in Hollywood, and some of you supermodel girls, in reference to fun in Hollywood and guy friends in Hollywood, when we were all younger and, we all had a lot of fun, playing, running around the studios and being kids when we were kids, And it's, being a kid at heart, there's a lot of things in the future, The satellite man's been swelling up my throat. But anyways, long history of things, My arm still hurts, my shoulder still hurts, my other arm, my collarbone hurts on this side, and just mentioning that I haven't received any benefits. The California Labor Board or the California Disability Office knows that this is a life endangerment type situation of me being held hostage here in Indianapolis. And, my parents got murdered by some of these people. Some of these people was the ones that murdered my parents that are holding me hostage. So, it's a very serious security situation, too. And I've not received any monies from anybody that was on security, or I haven't received any letters of moving or traveling or anything like that. So, that's a violation of security laws, too. I got kidnapped from my mother and father's mansions. There should have been all kinds of letters and maps that people should have sent for me to travel back to my mother and father's mansions. And in reference to government or law enforcement that can't seem to get the information correct about who I am and who my biological parents are, and, my financial value and financial portfolio is documented. So in reference to people that are pretending like they don't know the information, that's fraud, in reference to people blocking it from being known who I am and who my parents are. This is one of those things where, in government, the government's trying to play their manipulation games. They have no legal right. I'm the child of my mother and father. My parents even had it written on documents what houses, what mansions I was supposed to be at seasonally. Like, say, for instance, at certain times out of the year. Like, supposed to spend certain times in New York, in New Jersey, or, some places in Manhattan throughout the year. And then other seasons, I'm supposed to be in Beverly Hills. Other seasons, meaning by choice on some things, but but there are some houses I'm supposed to travel to check on, to, and to spend time. Some of them my mother and father's mansions, they were all nice. So it's kind of like places I grew up, and I don't have the keys to nothing. So obviously the fact of the situation is we need to get all the people that are denying my identity into a courtroom. All these people that are claiming that they're high-ranking government, and they're trying to pretend like they don't know who I am, and they're trying to pretend like that this is a joke or something. Oh, I got another watch. It'll see the face on the watch. It's kind of nice. It's cute. But anyways, in reference to, I don't know if one of the other watch companies tried to communicate. I guess Rolex tried to say something. Hello, Gucci. Hello, Bravado. And hello, all the other ones, different Swiss watch. How you guys doing? and Swatch Watch. How you guys doing? And Timex and all the different watch brands and jewelry stores and things. Much love and friendly acknowledgments of history of watchmakers in reference to the beauty of wristwatches and of course my mother and father and grandparents had grandfather clocks and they rocked and rolled. They're beautiful, of course, and I own all those. Those are at my mother and father's mansions and grandparents' mansions, and very important, in reference to clocks and watchmaking and stuff like that. But on other subjects of things, this situation of, I guess they're gonna, this situation is just like total BS. Does anybody know the man that's stealing the postal mail? This man's been stealing my postal mail for almost 30 years. Did anybody track down the person that's stealing the postal mail? Is that so difficult to do? Is it that difficult to do? Did the French military find out which people are stealing the postal mail, or the United Nations? They're trying to make me spit. They damaged my front teeth. They're physically damaging body parts for their fucking faggot enjoyment. I'm not gay. And I do take offense to everything these people have tried to do, damaging any parts of my anatomy. And they do need to get prosecuted for damaging anything. They try to make me slobber. They try to make me spit. Because they damaged my front teeth. Or they try to play hyperventilation games. Or they try to play satellite squashing games. Or smashing down on my face and teeth. Or they're playing Godsmack satellite transmissions. Or, the reason those musical groups are named those is to stop satellite abuses. And certain other particulars, right? But, this government man and his tricks, he thinks he's some fucking comedy fucking orchestrator in his satellite terrorism. And that satellite man needs to get prosecuted. There's no reason for that kind of shit. This man's using satellites because nobody wants nothing to do with these people. It's their way of trespassing into a person's life, and it's the only thing that prevents it is either satelliting them back, fighting fire with fire, I guess, or arresting their people and satellite man, you better leave my teeth alone. There's no buttons in my mouth for your satellite to be touching. I'm not your child. I'm not your property. My teeth are my real teeth. They're not Hollywood teeth. They're royal teeth of my DNA. This man tried to claim he thought he was going to be the owner of Hollywood. He thought he'd make up shit calling somebody's teeth fake. My teeth have been my teeth since I was born. My penis has been my penis since I was born. My DNA and my genetics are my genetics since I was born. Obviously, you're violating the Declaration of Independence, government man. I don't know what country you came from, but you're violating the country laws of this country. And you're violating the Constitution. You need to learn to keep your hands to yourself and keep your buttons off of other people's bodies, satellite man. You need to stop touching me, stop burning on me, stop looking at my face and teeth with your fucking satellite. Quit touching me with your satellite. I don't like you. I won't ever like you. And you better leave me the fuck alone. You need to go to prison, satellite man. You're disrupting my life with my friends. And you're not in the circle of friends of mine, or you're not even a friendly person that is a fan or anybody that's nice in any way. You're a fucking terrorist. You're a sicko. You thought you'd try to play your weathering game of trying to run a person down, trying to wear a person down, trying to make people look ugly, government man? You're trying to play your game of trying to turn people into microwave dust with your fucking satellite, like you're trying to play dust in the wind. You need to get brought to justice, man. You need to get put in court. You need to be thrown in jail for your crimes, and maybe somebody will turn you into dust. Your crimes are very serious in the laws of this country, and you're violating the laws of Elliot Ness, Mr. Government Man. And you're violating the fans. If any of my fans have tried to send anything, and there's supposed to be fan clubs of mine in different cities. Hello Teamsters, hello truck drivers, and hello shipping industries. Has the Teamsters found out which person is stealing the postal mail? That's the shipping industry. It's like, people delivering things. Does anybody find out who these people are? The Teamsters are kind of important in reference to tracking down which people are stealing my postal mail, which people stole all my Christmas presents, which people stole all my Hanukkah presents. The satellite man's still messing with the mouth. They're trying to play their game. They're like a bug trying to crawl around in people's mouths, but, like a scorpion zapping people in their cheeks and mouth and lips and teeth. And that shit hurts every time. And these government people need to get prosecuted for what they've done, hitting me in the face and teeth. I'm not their child. These people think they're funny because they've been bullying me since I was little. These government people have been doing this. But none of you could whoop my father. If my father was around, you'd be sitting there trying to talk your shit, and you get a taste of your own fucking medicine, government man. You just think you're such big fucking assholes, which you are assholes, and you're dirty motherfuckers. And you people need to get charged for what you've done to me and what you did to my parents with your satellite. None of you could have ever whooped my father. You people violated laws of technology and communications in this country, and you were blocking people from knowing what your people was doing to me and my mother and father when I was a little boy. But that's why history is very important in reference to bringing out the facts of what these criminals and these accusators have said. That's why they keep documents in reference to history crimes of government and their lies. And don't forget, everybody needs to know this information about dirty government, where they make up lies about a person to try to fabricate their ways of covering up their attacking of people in America. These people, their race, their religion, whatever race they are in religion, with their accusations of what they have done to people. Like they sucker punch people, and then people try to put up a defense, and then they say something like, "Oh, you're trying to pick a fight with us." And you're like, "What? Whoa, that's not right. You trespassed and you did shit to me. You got to pay for your crimes, man." The laws of Elliot Ness say you got to pay for your crimes. And, in reference to Hollywood and Beverly Hills, which person owns the largest mansion in Beverly Hills? My dad owned the largest mansion, right? My mother? Is that true? And I own land. I own all the land of my mother and father and grandparents, too. Grandparents had a large mansion in Beverly Hills, too. So, which man claims they're big man on campus that's blocking me from my mother and father's mansions? Want to know who the big man on campus is that thinks they're the balls or thinks they're the owner of shit, when I'm the owner of my mother and father's land and companies and properties? See, in reference to this man in government, or this man in Hollywood was trying to play this game saying, well, he's the leader of this group of celebrities. Well, that's very good. You and your celebrities need to move. You need to go somewhere and buy you some land and take all your fucking criminals with you. Take all your conspirators with you, because I don't want them. They're bad for business. They're bad for social friendliness. And that doesn't mean celebrities with attitudes. I'm talking about whoever is tied in with this man that's blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. We want to see the history of what this man is. They want to see what kind of person this man is that thought he was going to block me from my mother and father's mansions all these years, like he thought he had any legal position. I'm the owner of my family history. I'm the only child. I'm the owner of the copyrights. Nothing's ever for sale. So in reference to this man and his tricks of blocking me from my mother and father's mansions, that man's name and identity must be known. Somebody might say, well, it's probably a German. A German doesn't own any of the land of my parents. That means they're trespassing. The Germans aren't the owner of any of my mother or father's companies. Neither are the Middle East. Nothing's for sale. Which people are blocking me from my mother and father's mansions? Which people are the accusators? Which people? Huh? Which people? Which people are doing it? You claim to be the bigwigs of Hollywood? What do you own? Who are you? What do you own? America is about owning certain things, about people being the owners of things. This isn't about a political... this country has its independence. So in reference to government trying to play their dictatorship, what do you own? What do you think you're the owner of, government man? Politics does not make you the owner of nothing in this country. That's why there's term limits, to prevent dictatorships and to prevent government from claiming they own other people's property. This country has its own laws. And if you're in this country, you have to abide by those laws. Now, of course, some people have certain status, and you don't outrank me, government man. You didn't outrank my parents either. And there is no statute of limitations of prosecuting these people, which means these people can never get away with what they did. And that doesn't mean everybody taking their time, waiting for them to, for those people to fuck up. They've already fucked up, whoever these people did. Or whatever they've done, these people. They've already violated the laws on a serious level. Meaning a statute of limitations doesn't mean just wait around for years until you think of something. That's why it's got to be documented what they violated. When they have violated my rights, they violated my anatomy, they violated my property and land and ownership. They violated my copyrights, they violated my revenues, they violated my dividends. Haven't received any letters from Wall Street either. And Royal Protocol's in the media, and Hollywood's in the Wall Street movies too. So, in reference to these government people and their tricks, all their tricks, their people need to get prosecuted for. I'm the child of my mother and father. I'm the only child. Which person's manipulating that document? Seems like there's a lot of people trying to manipulate things, but it seems like nobody knows who they are. Now, that doesn't make any sense now, does it? So in reference to the information, the records department needs to know who these people are. All cities and states in America need to know who these people are that are trying to steal my mother and father's estates from me. I'm the only child. I'm the only person that owns it. Forever. I'm the baby of my mother and father. I'm the owner. Forever. Never signed, never gave, never sold, never. I'm the only true blood of my parents. And that's the facts forever. And all these government people are violating friends. They're violating ethnicities that are friendly with me. They're violating family history. The government does not own this country. And there's laws that guide this country's laws. They're messing with my mouth just now. There's guidance information in reference to this country and the laws to prevent other people from stealing this country. And there has to be court cases. How many court cases has there been? And yet I have not received any emergency money or traveling money, and it's always endangerment too. Is there anybody in Indianapolis that's holding on to monies from my mother? Does anybody know the names of those people? Well, somebody in the news media needs to do a story about those people holding on to monies that I was supposed to have received a long time ago. If anybody was holding on to monies in Indianapolis. Or if the banks are hiding accounts from me. Need the name of the politician that instructed the bank to hide monies from me. There needs to be court cases. People need to go to prison. Laws of Elliot Ness. They just messed my mouth. They hit me in the throat right here. The laws of Elliot Ness are very important. Royal Protocol of my identities in the media 24 hours a day.